That was an incredible finish, and Jack Litten, who had success with Caduceus in 1960. What do you remember about that day, Jack? That must have been a pretty upsetting day for Phil Coulson.
I think it was very disappointing for him because he won impressively, and I think, you know, from Australia and everybody listening overseas, I think it must have been a tragedy to hear the results of what happened.
Just out of interest, did much of that go on at the time? Were many trainers ever suspended for that sort of thing?
Not really. I think once swabbing came in, I think it just went right out of New Zealand. But I think that occasionally in Australia, it sort of got in the ring a little bit.
Phil Coulson, of course, we might as well mention, is back now with everyone. In fact, I think drove Gammalite over in Western Australia just recently. But let's talk about your horse, Caduceus, because he was a part of that era when racing was so exciting. Right through the 50s, he must have been a hardy animal to line up in, was it 7 Interdominions?
Yes, he was a real good hard-hitting horse, and he raced in Australia, and he raced back here, and then he won the Interdominion in Sydney, and then he went on to the United States and prevailed quite well. No, he's a good hard-hitting little horse, Philip.
When he started off, I think his first Interdominion was in 1954, and he won a heat of that. Was he just a 3-year-old, just a young horse? And
he was a 4-year-old.
He was a 4-year-old.
Yes.
We're just learning the art of...
Well, he was just getting some ring craft. He was just getting his feet off the ground as far as to meet the top-class horses. And it's pretty hard for a 4-year-old to compete with the top horses.
Over the years, and well, particularly 1954, you won a heat with our Roger in the first heat, and you took out the second heat with Caduceus. Which year, when you look at those years with Caduceus going, which year did you think he was really unlucky not to win?
I think he was unlucky not to win a New Zealand Cup. He ran second and third in 2 New Zealand Cups, and I think he was unfortunate in the Cup he ran second in. But I think his greatest race, I think, was the day he went 3-4 for 1.5 miles. It was a world record for that distance, and I think he really won impressively, and I think it was a marvellous performance. 3-4 for 1.5 miles in those old days on the old tracks we had those days. They're all weather tracks today, and they certainly go a lot faster today.
Jack, I don't believe in doing this, but I'm going to be a hypocrite and ask you, how do you think Caduceus would have done in modern conditions against the likes of Popular and Gammalite, Armalite?
Well, you can never make comparisons, Philip, but I do think he'd have held his end up anywhere in the world at that time. You know, he was a real smart horse, and I trained false step, and he won all those classic races when I had him, and he gives Mr. Divine 4 marks. He won 3 New Zealand Cups with him. But I think one was a real sprint horse, the other horse was a real staying horse. So I think he would have prevailed anywhere in classes these days.
I won't let you away without telling me who you think is going to win the Interdominions of 1983.
I don't know. What gets a run would be hardest to beat, but I really think an Australian horse will win it. They're really tough horses, and that horse that won just now is about the best driving horse I've seen for years. So I think the Australians have got a marvellous show of pulling off the Interdominion.
Jack Litten, thank you so much for joining us in the studio, and we hope you enjoy the remainder of the carnival.
Thank you, Philip.